Hi, I'm Jennet Ingle, the 5 Minute Reedmaker, and I'm responding today to a question from Carol. She says, "Thank you for the reads I recently purchased from you. They work very well and I appreciate it. Thank you also very much for your terrific 5 Minute Reedmaker videos on YouTube. They've been wonderful to follow and emulate. I have a ton of books on reed making, and I've viewed many videos as well as experimented a lot with my own reeds, but I have one persistent problem that I can't resolve and that books and videos have not addressed. The problem I have is getting the reed to crow at a C. My reeds always seem to crow at a C sharp. It doesn't matter what cane, shape, or staple I use or what my tie-off length is, the crow is always C sharp or even D when the reed structure is in place. The dimensions look good, the thread is tied correctly, the blades are slipped the right way, the windows are in and the heart still has some strength in it, the reed has a waistline, the rails are still there, the sides and the tip of the tip are thinner than the middle. In short, the reeds look good, but I can't get a decent C crow without scraping behind the heart so much there is danger of it collapsing. I wonder if you would consider doing a video on a problem like this." So interesting, right? So my first question is a philosophical one. The question is this a problem? I mean, I know we all strive for the C crow, but are the reeds working? Do they have response and resonance and an appropriate and comfortable amount of resistance? Is it possible that this particular diagnostic tool is giving you a different result because you crow the reed differently than I do, or differently than the writers of these reed-making books? Or because the perfect reed for you and for your playing style just has a C-sharp crow? In other words, do you have acceptable reeds which you are butchering in pursuit of a diagnostic result that is irrelevant to your finished product? Plenty of people play happily on reeds that crow higher or lower than the norm. If the reed is good, I don't care what it crows or how long or short it is or what the rooftop looks like. I have an ideal reed in my mind, but in my actual reed case, I have a lot of compromises that work just fine. But let's assume that this is a problem because I believe Carol. I imagine that the C-sharp crow means that the reed sits a little up on most notes. Maybe it goes a little wild and sharp on notes like middle B and C or octave F sharp and G. Maybe it feels a little unglued over the break. Maybe it has response issues. Do these sound familiar to you? How can we take a reed that is finished and drop the crow without wrecking it? So here's a reed. I've worked relatively hard to come up with some C-sharp crowing reeds, and I've worked on them to try to diagnose and solve Carol's question. What I've been discovering is that for me, when I make a reed that crows a C sharp, nearly always the reason that's happening is because the tip is too long. And here's the thing, a long tip can really disguise itself a little bit, because if you've got a good slope going all the way up to those corners, the reed might still respond just fine. And if the reed is responding, you might think, oh no, I don't need to work in the tip. But what I've been discovering as I've worked on Carol's issue is that it is entirely possible that there's a lot of bulk earlier on in here. Your focus on the slope may have caused too much thickness to accumulate right above the rooftop. And as I scrape that out, maybe slightly lowering the rooftop, but certainly working directly from above the rooftop up to the corner, I can thin this tip and drop the crow. Once the crow is down, I can clip to bring it back to a C. Oh, we're back to a C sharp. Try again. This balancing act can go on for a while, and it's not crazy to think that you might have to glance at other areas of the reed as well, because it's really just about balance. But the problem with a C-sharp crow, especially if it's caused by a long tip, is you can't clip a too long tip if it's crowing a C-sharp. That's only going to raise the crow more. So you gotta scrape. Sometimes you even have to lengthen the tip to drop the crow enough to clip it back up. And here we are now on a sharp B or a flat C. There's a sea crow. So as a message, to bring a crow down, often the problem, as in my fallacy of the long tip video, is that the tip is simply too long and too gradually sloped. Unfortunately, you can't directly solve this by clipping the tip back, because if you clip the tip on a C-sharp crow and reed, all you're going to have is a D crow and reed or an E-flat crow and reed, and that's terrible. We don't want that. Scraping. You've got to scrape. You got to scrape low in the tip. Maybe you even have to scrape over the heart or in the back, but primarily I would focus on the area right immediately north of the rooftop. Scrape it down until your crow drops, clip it back to pitch, and I bet you have a better, more collected reed. I hope this has been helpful to you. This has been a 5-minute Reedmaker lesson. You can follow these short videos right here on YouTube or on my Facebook page, Jennet Ingle Oboist, and you can subscribe if you wish. If you have questions or you want to order reeds or cane, you can find me at jennetingle.com. In fact, I would love to hear what else I can help you with and what my next short video should address for you. Please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.